That's really interesting, Kim. Did you advise the family of your findings, of Dell's family of your findings?
I did actually. I brought it to the attention of their eldest daughter, Linda, who then turned around and researched on the internet with Good Morning America and then found a questionnaire. With that questionnaire, she got Dell to fill it out with her, and Dell actually checked in every single box as being a candidate for fluid on the brain. Now, with that information, we sent the whole family back to another neurologist. This particular neurologist did not want to know about this test. He did not want to accept that Dell could possibly have fluid on the brain. Once again, this neurologist said she has dementia, she's got some brain cells depleted from something. He wouldn't even admit that was from the lithium. So basically they were sent home once again.
That's really interesting, Kim. So what course of action took you on the path that you took as far as Dell?
Well, I still wasn't happy with that sort of answer from the neurologist. I thought he was wrong. In fact, we all knew he was wrong. So we had a discussion with the family, and we thought we would go to Melbourne and find a specialist in Melbourne to see if they would do surgery that we saw that was going on in America. If not, I think the family was thinking about going to America. But as it turns out, a long-term family friend had advised them that St Andrew's Hospital, they had a really good neurologist and neurosurgeon there. So with that information, the family took Dell to that neurosurgeon and neurologist. He did some more testing, several tests, which included doing a spinal tap. And when they did that, Dell actually walked very well within half an hour of having the spinal tap. It was amazing. So with that information, the surgeon decided to go ahead with surgery and put a shunt into Dell. And the shunt goes into the brain and it actually drains the fluid. It takes a bit longer, but the results are actually starting to show with Dell. It's really quite phenomenal to think that something so simple as that could change your whole life.
Kim, since Dell's operation, what responses have you had from her?
In the beginning, initially, when Dell was still in hospital, it was quite deflating actually. The surgeon actually said he was a bit disappointed in Dell's results. We thought they would have been, I guess, more instant and quicker compared to when the spinal tap was done. So I think as a family, we were all a bit disappointed because Dell had been used to being taken care of. I think she must have had a realisation that now she was going to be better. She actually had to start doing for herself. I guess after years of having everyone doing for you, it's hard to get out of the habit. So while she was in hospital, if she said no, she didn't want to work with the physiotherapist, she didn't have to. So that was very disappointing. So before Dell came home, we had to make sure that we had a lift machine in place, a wheelchair for her, and to be honest, we didn't think Dell was going to get better.
So Kim, what was Dell like when she first came home? What was her reactions to being home again?
She was happy to be home. I think she was quite depressed after 5 weeks of being in hospital, but I certainly knew I had my work cut out for me because when she came home, she was very reliant on the wheelchair and people actually lifting her out of the wheelchair, and she had to be lifted in a lift machine to go and be showered and go to the toilet. It was really quite a challenge. But I think I was up for it because I knew Dell could do stuff. And in the first week of Dell being home, she would say to me, "No, I don't want to do that." The difference is, I wouldn't take no for an answer, and I've never taken no for an answer from Dell. So she got a bit angry at me in the first week and actually yelled at me, which she had never done in 4 years. So that really surprised me and actually made me very happy to think, well, now she's actually communicating with me. It was the first time I'd seen Dell on fire. It was amazing. I've never seen her be like that. So her interaction with me just improved. So we actually set goals. I asked Dell what she wanted to achieve. We wrote down her goals. Her first goal she asked me to help her achieve was to be able to walk, and she had a time frame. She said 2 weeks. Well, Dell walked in 2 weeks. That was phenomenal. She walks with the aid of a wheelie walker and occasionally now walks without the wheelie walker. It's just phenomenal to see her do that from coming home who could hardly stand up. Then we set another goal to get rid of a wheelchair. She said 2 weeks, we did it in 1. So, and her communication skills are just amazing. I've never ever seen or heard Dell talk on the telephone in 4 years. She now actually has long, normal conversations with her children on the phone. She's now waking in the middle of the night to get up to go to the bathroom. I really think it's just amazing the changes in her since she's been home.
So what's the family's reaction been to her change, the change in Dell?
I think they're all just overwhelmed that Dell can now go into the kitchen and make them a cup of tea and coffee. I think her husband just is so pleased to have his wife and a lifelong partner back. They've been married for 52 years, I think. And her adult children are just absolutely very happy to have their mother back. I think as we all would be.
Kim, how do you think Dell feels about her improvement?
I think she's ecstatic. Maybe we should ask her what she feels about some of her previous doctors. That response is pretty amazing. I really believe Dell is very happy to be back and alive and doing basic household duties. She's actually doing dishes, hanging out the washing. I know everyone might think that's a bit strange, but when you haven't done anything like that for a long time, it's just amazing to be normal again.
Kim, what is your message to people who have family members who are in a similar situation?
I just want to encourage people to just keep pushing through all the doctors till they get the right response that they're looking for. Search the internet. I'm more than happy for people to come to my website and ask me questions. I just want to encourage people to really keep pushing through the barriers and don't take no for an answer. I think people want to be mindful also of what they do today, whether they abuse alcohol, prescription drugs or drugs, that there's going to be a long-term effect down the track. Everyone's aging. It doesn't matter how old you are right now. Just be mindful that anything you do now can have serious long-term consequences down the track.
So Kim, how would some people who might want more information find out more about this?
To get more information, they're more than welcome to come to the website of trainingforresults.com. It'll be at the end of the credits of this video. They can look up at the website. They can access information from there.
Thank you very much for participating in the interview for us today, Kim, and good luck with your progression with Dell. Hopefully everything will just keep improving.